Hi everyone, this is a Kusudama flower and this is a Kusudama ball. You can make a ball out of 60 individual petals. You can make a flower, as you can see, just by making 5 petals. And it's pretty easy to make a flower. It's kind of a long commitment to make a ball, but it makes a great gift. What you'll need is origami paper or other paper cut into squares. You'll need a hot glue gun or white glue if you'd rather use white glue, or if you don't have a glue gun, the white glue is perfect. It just takes longer to dry and you have to hold it together with a paper clip or something while it's drying. And that's about all you'll need, except you'll need some sort of stem for your flowers if you're just making the flowers. I just happen to have these bamboo stakes, so you can also use pipe cleaners, but they are a little floppy. These balls were made out of Trader Joe's bags, and they were a gift, and they've been around for years, and I really love them even though they're getting old. So you can make it out of all kinds of paper. This one I made out of music paper. I made this one for my son because he plays the piano. And then you can use just regular 6-inch origami paper. The 6-inch paper makes a really large flower and a really big ball. So I tend to like this, cutting them down. You could cut them into quarters if you had a paper cutter. You could cut them maybe into 4-inch squares. And then you'd have a smaller ball. But the big ball is cool too. So whatever you have room for. You can hang the ball by putting a piece of string all the way through the center and then putting a bead on the end to hold it in place, and then it just hangs nicely. Okay, so let's make a petal. So we'll take the origami paper and we'll fold it into a triangle. And then we will flip these corners up to the top corner. What we're doing here is making a smaller square. So there you've got that. So that was fold to a triangle, then flip these up like that. The next step is to fold these in half along this edge. Then this part's a little bit tricky at first. You just have to put your finger in here so that you can kind of coax these outward like that. Okay, so now you have this sort of tulip shape. And so the next thing you can do is use this edge here to fold this over neatly. And you're just kind of using that as an edge. And then once you've got that, then you're going to take that back up. And now you have to make a decision. You can either put these inside, and then all of your paper that's showing will be the same color, or you can turn it outward and then you'll get a different color. Now your origami paper might have white, but this one has color on the inside. So on these you can see that I wanted the color to show, so I flipped them down like this. But let me show you the difference. So then you flip this over and this one over, so you're back to that square. And then you're going to join this, which I'll show you. And you can see the difference here. We've got the yellow showing when we flipped it forward, and we've just got the paper pattern showing when we flipped it inside. Okay, now let's hot glue it together. And I always used glue until someone at a library program said, "Do you have a hot glue gun? I want to use hot glue." And after that, I never used the white glue again because this is so much faster. So you just want to put a little bead of glue, not real super close to the top because it might squish out. Kind of like that, and then quickly fold it over, line these edges up, and you can hold it for a moment until it dries or cools. And then when you open it up, you'll see you've got the center panel that's stuck together, and then you have the two other pieces. And I did that one with the yellow showing. Let's do another one, and this one I won't talk, I'll just do it quickly so you can see how it works. Okay, now let's make this into a flower. You probably can guess how to do it. You just put some glue right here along this edge, and then take your next one and put it right up against there so this top surface is flat. And just kind of hold it briefly. And then just hold it gently while you put on the next one because it's still cooling. And then you'll want to, beforehand or as you go, you'll want to pick your patterns, so, you know, if you're using different colors, so that they kind of are lined up nicely with a little bit of variety. Okay, and then here's our fourth one. So we need 5 for one flower. One thing bad about hot glue is you'll get those little strings everywhere, but I think it's worth it for the ease of putting it together. So for the fifth one, you have to put glue on either side. So at this point, you have to work pretty fast. And then just put that one right in there. And this is just so much quicker than the white glue. With the white glue, you're going to have to use pins to hold everything, like paper clips actually, or those bulldog clips. The binder clips work too. Even clothespins work, but you do have to wait until everything's dry before you can start to construct anything with it. So then you can put it on a stem, and I have this bamboo stem, and it's a little too large, but you just kind of coax it through there. Bad thing about bamboo is it has those joints on it. So there, you just put that through there, and you can put buttons on here like I did for this one. You might have a prettier button than I had. That was all I had. And you could put a whole bunch of them in a vase, like something like that. So that's how you make the flower. To make a whole Kusudama ball, you'll need 12 flowers. And I'm not going to show you here today how to put it together, but it's very similar. You just have to glue wherever they connect. And you can probably find information online about how to put it together into a ball. It does take a while, and you might find that the white glue would be a little bit more forgiving for this, because you kind of have to slip them around as you're building it to line them up right. And I usually make 2 halves and then stick it together along the center. So you need 12 flowers or 60 individual petals to make the ball. So that's how you make Kusudama flowers and Kusudama balls. We hope you enjoyed this video and that you give it a try. Thanks for watching.